The book of Job is an ancient story, but its themes are timeless. It tells the story of Job, a righteous man who loses everything, his wealth, his family, even his health. He is left with nothing but pain and suffering. Job's story is a powerful exploration of faith, suffering, and the human condition. We often face challenges and hardships in our own lives. Job's experiences remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. His story is a source of comfort and inspiration for anyone who has ever questioned God or struggled with the problem of suffering. Despite his immense suffering, Job never curses God. He remains faithful even when he doesn't understand why he is enduring such pain. Job's story reminds us that faith is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting God, even when things are difficult. The book of Job teaches us that true faith can withstand even the most difficult trials. It is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the importance of trusting in something greater than ourselves. Job's suffering was immense. He lost his children, his possessions, and his health, all in quick succession. He was left with nothing but pain and despair. Yet Job never gave up. He refused to curse God or lose his faith. Throughout his trials, Job showed incredible resilience. He questioned God. He lamented his fate, but he never surrendered to despair. Job's perseverance is an example to us all. It shows us that it is possible to endure even the most unimaginable suffering. Job's friends urged him to curse God and die. They believed that Job must have done something to deserve his suffering, but Job refused to believe that. He knew in his heart that he had been a righteous man. Job's endurance teaches us the importance of hope. Even in the darkest of times, we must hold on to hope. We must believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We must never give up on ourselves or our faith. Job's faith was tested like never before. He was surrounded by suffering and doubt. His friends and family offered no comfort. They insisted that his suffering was his own fault. Yet Job never completely lost his faith. He continued to cry out to God, even in his anger and despair. Job's faith was not about blind acceptance. It was about wrestling with doubt and pain, while still holding on to the belief that God was just and merciful. Job's story teaches us that it is okay to question God. It is okay to express our doubt and anger. In the midst of his suffering, Job found strength in his relationship with God. He clung to the belief that God was still with him, even in the darkest of times. Job's story reminds us that faith is not about having all the answers. Faith is about trusting God, even when we don't understand. It is about finding strength in our relationship with God, even when we feel alone. This trust in God, this unwavering belief, gave Job the strength to persevere. Job's story does not end in despair. After his period of suffering, God restores Job's fortunes. He blesses Job with even more wealth, children, and a long life. While Job's physical blessings were restored, the story emphasizes that his redemption was about more than material possessions. Job's redemption was about his spiritual growth. and his deepened relationship with God. He emerged from his suffering with a greater understanding of God's love and justice. The story of Job reminds us that suffering is not the end. There is hope for redemption, for healing, and for restoration. Even when we cannot see it, God is working in our lives. Job's story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, God is with us. Even when we don't understand, God has a plan. Job's redemption gives us hope. It reminds us that suffering is not the end of the story. There is always hope for a brighter future. We must trust in God's timing and have faith that He'll work everything out for our good.